allergies have been out of control. I think I just sneezed my eyelash off. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jenna and I'm so happy and grateful to have you here on my channel for a video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I have a vanity that I have to put together today. Fingers crossed. Not always the best at this kind of thing, but we're gonna get her done. So if you don't know, I recently moved. I moved into a little apartment. I feel like for years I've always sat in front of my big standing mirrors with my bag of makeup, just done my makeup in the mirror sitting on the floor. So this is really exciting for me because yeah, I've never really had like a legitimate vanity to sit down and do my makeup. So I thought it would be a nice thing to do for myself. There was one that I really wanted from Impressions Vanity. If you know me, you know I'm a big fan of like mirrored furniture, mirrored everything. That's totally my vibe and my aesthetic, and that is goals. But I decided to be a little frugal for now, and I ordered a little mirrored vanity desk from Amazon. Like I said, I'm crossing my fingers and praying that I'm going to be able to put this thing together and make it look good. I haven't screenshotted anything yet, but in advance, thank you so much to anyone who asked the question. I appreciate your time so much, and yeah, thank you. Kind of late already. I think it's like 6:30. I was kind of planning on doing this earlier and I really could not because there was a huge protest going on. So there is like a huge protest going on today in Sacramento, I guess. I just found out about it this morning. My friend texted me that she was doing it and if she could park in my parking lot. I live right near the Capitol and there's literally so much beeping. It's insane. What does this person's car say? Stop the panic something. Non-essential Newsom. Yeah, so they're protesting like the stay-at-home order. And there's helicopters flying around. Like, it's so loud. It's just crazy. It's just crazy town. I think I'm gonna walk over there because I'm nosy and I want to see. Only for a couple minutes, but holy shit. I do have a new little friend with me for a bit. You want to say hi? This is Jagger. He is a friend's little pup and I am babysitting. He doesn't love walking on the leash. I probably wouldn't either. And he loves snuggles and so do I. So we're like a match made in heaven. It's going great. Let's go ahead and answer some questions. If you would like to stay tuned for the video, then sit tight and enjoy. Love you. Here is the big old box that the vanity is in. I'm very excited. I just want to get started and like pull out all the pieces first. I feel like that's a good idea. It's kind of like, oh, the crunching of styrofoam is like so uncomfortable. All right, here we've got some legs. Two more legs. Might only be like screwing on the legs because I feel like this is the entire top piece. So that's really exciting. Ooh. Okay, so I can't find any instructions, which I feel like is really weird. But maybe it's just like literally that self-explanatory. So I guess that is what we will wish for. And my eyelash is literally popping the F off. I'm trying those new like magnetic eyelashes where the eyeliner is the magnet and the lash is also the magnet and they like magnetize obviously. And I was really loving them, but now I'm having an issue because this one is coming off. So my eyelash is coming off this whole time. I apologize. Let's just get started with one question. And the first one I have is from Tara Mackey XX, I think that's how you say it. Why don't you have any pets? That is such an awesome question because I wonder that myself sometimes. I've had pets my entire life. I've had every kind of pet you can imagine. Hamsters, turtles, fish, cats, dogs, hermit crabs, literally everything. And always I felt connected to animals. I even had pets in college. I never lived in a traditional dorm. So crazy me, like back in the day, would even have dogs in like my college houses, which was probably a really dumb decision for many reasons. But yeah, literally even in college I've had dogs. My last dog, I had a pit mix. Her name was Camilla and she was my little angel. I ended up putting her down about a year ago, and that was definitely one of the hardest things that I've been through in my adult life. This is the first time in my whole entire life that I've been without a pet, and the reason I don't know what that was. So it is really weird for me, and I want one every day, but the reason I won't get one is because I just feel like I've never gotten to experience this freedom of just literally being like alone, single, like not worrying about the responsibility of anyone, any other being, which is a very freeing feeling, and I think I probably should have had that in my young 20s, so I'm gonna ride that wave now. Also have a really intense travel habit. I travel a lot, and it just wouldn't be fair to a dog or cat if I was away all the time. And the third reason is that my mom has 3 little dogs who are not good with other dogs, so if she were to come visit, it would make it really difficult, and I don't want to make it any harder for my mom and I to see each other. So that is the reason I don't have any pets right now, but I'm very excited for the day that it will happen again because I love animals. What is your favorite, excuse me, that burp just reminded me I really want a LaCroix. Hold on. I got these yesterday. They're phenomenal, and they make me feel like I'm drinking and having a party. I haven't really spoken about this yet, but I have been pretty sober for almost 6 months. I haven't had alcohol, so I like to pretend. Anyway, so this is from Julie C. Mays. What's your fave travel location? That's so hard, but I feel like I want to force myself to pick one. Learned like the older I get that travel is so powerful and beneficial and amazing, and I just feel so lucky that I do know that and that I do travel. So yeah, picking a favorite is hard because every experience is unique and amazing. I do know my least favorite. My least favorite travel experience was probably Iceland, which I know is an unpopular opinion. I don't know, I just was a little like underwhelmed, I guess. It sounds bad, but that was my least favorite. Man, I really don't know if I could pick one. Bali was probably my favorite trip that I've taken as an adult. But if I had to pick a location in general to travel, I'm just gonna honestly say California, because there's so many beautiful places to travel in California. I've been here a few years and it's like the most home I've ever felt in my life. It's just so beautiful and amazing, and there's so many different places to visit, so hard. But I'm just gonna say California because I love exploring the West Coast for sure. Our Gaba 42 says, will you marry me? And yes, I will. Please send a ring. Before we move on, let me take some action steps over here on getting this thing out of the bubble wrap. There has to be instructions that I'm missing because these are like labeled with letters, and there's just no way that it wouldn't come with instructions. Maybe the instructions are inside the drawer? No. Yay! Oh my god, thank god. This is great because I can repurpose this for crystal packages. Okay, this is from her diary of discovery, and she says, love your story posts, and thank you so much. That's such a kind compliment. It makes me really happy because I do work hard on my stories, and I hope that people do love them. So thank you so much. Someone says hi, so hi. Okay, Carla Sparrow X says, I love that name. What made you start your spiritual journey? And she also said, what made you start getting into crystals? So my spiritual journey, I think I've always been like a pretty spiritually inclined person, like even just as a kid. But I would say it really kicked the F off when I first moved out to California 3 years ago. I was very determined to get to a certain physical body goal, and I hired a full-time personal trainer, and I ended up going with the second one that I hired and working with him for a really long time. But the first one is this really nice, knowledgeable guy who suggested I cut out all processed food from my diet. I was a pretty healthy eater at that point, but I was still eating processed things, even things you think are healthy like Kind bars and stuff like that. So he suggested just literally go cold turkey with the processed food. So pretty much just eating vegetables, fruits, a lot of quinoa, nuts, just nothing in a package. So I did that, and about 2 weeks later I had a very intense like kundalini awakening, if you will. If you don't know what that is and you're curious, definitely look into it. It's very interesting. It's just kind of hard to describe to someone who hasn't gone through it because you literally just sound crazy. But basically I just had a big spiritual awakening, and that kicked off everything for me, and the rest is history. It's definitely been quite an in and out type of deal, which I think is natural. But yeah, that is what I consider the start of my hardcore spiritual journey. So, and then what made you start getting into crystals? I've always just been drawn to them. I have Home Goods to thank because Home Goods sells crystals, and I just used to see them there because I'm addicted to shopping at Home Goods. I would buy them. I always had them in my home. And then when I kind of found out they had all of these properties and healing abilities, and there was more to them, and you could really connect with them spiritually, like, it was a done deal. Like, I just think that's the coolest thing ever. And I love too about them is that it's such a personal experience. Like, nothing's right or wrong, and life can be so hard sometimes because we're constantly judged, not only by others but by ourselves, worrying if we're doing the right thing, worrying if we're living up to certain standards. And it's just nice to be in a space with crystals where you don't have to second guess yourself, you don't have to overthink anything. Like, you literally can just do whatever. If you want to start talking to your crystals and you say it tells you its name is, you know, Billy Sue, then that's your prerogative. Like, that is totally fine and okay and normal, even though it sounds not normal by society standards. But yeah, anything goes with crystals, and I just think that's beautiful because I don't like being told what to do, honestly. So no right and wrong, and yeah, that's why I love that whole crystal world so much too. Someone said, cute dog. Oh my god, he's sleeping. Hi, baby. Let's try to put a leg on this thing before we move any further.
Cause I like the way when you're around in the morning, and I love the way that we fit out when it gets boring. You're the one I talk to when I hit my lows, and I am the one that you need.
Oh my god, it's so easy. I keep getting so lucky with this furniture I buy. It's like freaking Jenna proof. All I have to do is screw in these little guys and we're good to go. No, don't do that. Let's have another question here. Aww. My friend Zeke Staples says, I am drawing my inspiration to build my social media presence from you. That's so sweet. It means the world to me. Definitely follow Zeke Staples if you're into fitness or just good vibes. He was one of the Orange Theory trainers at an Orange Theory that I used to go to, and literally like the best, most positive, most amazing energy ever. So Thank you, Zeke. And those comments mean the world to me because I'm so hard on myself. Like, you literally have no idea. And to hear validation like that is just really cool. So, thank you. My friend Sarah says, do it. Put that vanity together, queen. Yeah. Yes, girl. My camera just turned off after 30 minutes. Oh, hello, honey. No question, but I just must say you're amazing. Such an inspiration. Ugh, again, like, that's so freaking sweet. You have no idea what that means to me, and I can't even like put it into words because we all want to feel like we're loved and appreciated and like we're inspiring others. There's like no better feeling than that. So thank you. Next question, how are you doing in life? Are you heading to where you want to be? That is such a good and deep ass question. I'm doing good. I'm not always doing good, just like any other human. Life is up and down and life is crazy, especially now with everything that the whole world is dealing with. But I'm doing good. I'm really, really grateful for my new place. I love change. I've had a lot of change in my life recently and it's good. Am I heading to where I want to be? That's a deep one. Let me put these other legs on and think about it for a second. Mission accomplished. Alright, I think that's a wrap on that. So let's talk about the rest of that question. The short answer is definitely yes. I think you always have to maintain the mindset that you are heading to where you want to be. Otherwise, you won't head to where you want to be. I just kind of think that's the way it works, and we have choices in life to think that we're heading there or think that we're not. I always try to choose the mindset that everything's working for me and I'm definitely heading to where I want to be and living my dream life and all of that good stuff. But if you phrased it, are you where you thought you would be today? The answer is definitely no, which is fine. I love the way like life surprises me, and in the good and the bad ways. I think it always, again, ends up serving me for the better in the long run. But I'm sure other people can relate. I'm gonna be 29 soon, and definitely when I was younger, like when I was in my early 20s or even younger than that, if you had told me what my life was like now, I wouldn't believe it. Like, I definitely would have thought I'd be a mom with like 3 kids, living in a suburb somewhere in like a fancy house with a husband, and I don't know, I just always pictured that normal like cookie cutter kind of life for myself. There's more involved, obviously, like bells and whistles that I won't get into, but I definitely, if you ask my younger self, that's where I thought I'd be. Now being almost 29, I cannot even imagine having 1 child. I can't even imagine having a dog, like I said. So yeah, the thought of like a husband, kids, even being in a relationship right now is like very bizarre to me. Like, I cannot even fathom it or picture it. I still feel like I have a lot of growing to do. I have a lot of changing to do. I still feel like I'm a baby myself. So am I where I want to be? Yes. Am I where I thought I would be? No. Am I heading to where I want to be? Yes. So hopefully that answers that question. Done. We're all done with this. So what I'm going to do is prop it up, hope it doesn't fall the fuck apart, and bring it into my room, clean it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, let's do it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's super wobbly. Oh no. I took it from the other side of the room to this side of the room. Yeah, that is the vanity setup for now. I'm just gonna be using my office chair that I have and bringing it in here when I need it. Hopefully you like it. That is it. Now I have a big old pile of boxes and styrofoam to deal with. You gonna help? Alright guys, that does it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you like my new vanity. He just plopped right behind me. He's so cute. You wanna say bye? If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. That would mean the absolute world to me, and I would also love to know what you would want to see next, because I'm having a fun time finally feeling like I'm gaining some momentum with YouTube for the first time in 3 years after putting in a lot of hard work. So it's really fun for me. So dog hair in my mouth. If you haven't already, please follow me on the gram. My personal is Jenna Ellis, and my crystal page is Pretty Crystals, and then you can also shop the Pretty Crystals at www.prettycrystals.co. Also working on my new project, The Pretty Productions. I haven't posted on that page yet, but you're welcome to follow me to see what's to come, because it is going to be really good. I do editing work on the side, editing for other YouTubers, small business owners, Instagram videos, promo reels, all of that kind of good stuff. And if you have a pretty production